Today we're going to talk about part of a story that nobody's mentioned yet regarding Jake Lucky and Full Squad Gaming in their attempt to defraud an entire community. Their lie detector fiasco is very well known and has been covered extensively, all except one little detail. This one little detail makes the whole situation make sense. Today I'm going to answer questions like why Full Squad Gaming ended their stream so abruptly and left the community with more questions than it did answers. And I'm going to prove that the only reason that happened was because they did not get the answers that they were seeking. And I don't think this is the end of the story that begins right now. What's good, YouTube, and welcome back. I hope everybody's doing absolutely fantastic. On today's video, we're covering the debacle that was Jake Lucky. Yes, the guy from the Herbal Essence commercials in the 90s.
Blend of organic fruit extracts for hair that's naturally beautiful.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
No.
And Full Squad Gaming's disaster stream from the other day, in which they attempted to determine whether or not Twitch streamer and self-proclaimed Warzone pro ShiftyTv is or has been cheating in Call of Duty Warzone. And here's where things start to get interesting. After paying his own way to Full Squad Gaming's headquarters, Shifty took to a machine that was by all reports less than adequate. To say the least, it was minimum specs for Warzone. Now, we all know how demanding Warzone can be on your hardware, but it's surprising to me. It says a lot about a gaming organization that has limited hardware at their headquarters. Playing alongside fellow Warzone competitor Scummin, Shifty attempted to replicate his gameplay from tournaments in which he was initially called out. Sort of a final plea to clear his name after he'd been banned from multiple tournaments and wager organizations recently. So let's take a look at some of Shifty's gameplay from Full Squad Gaming's headquarters and see if he shits the bed.
I'm getting hit. Oh.
Oh my god.
Hey, chat.
Whoa. L boss in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about, chat. Yeah, welcome. Appreciate you guys. The actual host of this thing. That'd be me. What you guys should be saying though is L anti-cheat, all right? Let's be honest. Let's focus all of our anger. Let's focus his anger. Let's focus his.
Don't try to turn this around.
Hey. Up and into the AO.
Bro.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning for resupply.
You got to give me credit at the end of the day. Not many people can come here and perform how they usually. And I mean, look how Scummin performed. It wasn't prime Scummin. You know, this wasn't the guy who won that Dallas tournament that showed up today. And this was only 5 games. And this is someone, you know, Shifty, that came and played on 5 games with a whole career on the line. Literally, so much was on the line here. And I came and I performed better than him. So.
They also didn't see my gameplay at all. So I was just playing to play. No one saw my point of view on anything.
Well, to be honest, you should have locked it in because this was you've talked a lot for the past.
Hey, fellas. We're fellas.
No, I'm just saying this is the time.
In my opinion, he didn't play too bad. Definitely not the caliber of gameplay we saw from Shifty during his tournament gameplay, in which he got called out by pros like Blast and Mutex and Crim6. But there were definitely moments that his aim and his game sense left a room for improvement, much unlike the skill he displayed before all this attention was called to him. In fact, let's take a look at some of the gameplay before his career was under fire.
Nah, 1,000. Second place is 600 and then third is
Yeah, I think it's 1,000.
Yeah, I just looked at it.
Yeah. That was last tournament. That was...
You guys want to go for first? Let's at least get fucking second place. It's 200 each. Getting shot at.
Enemy
No one
UAV
factory?
active.
Ah, this kid's there. Flying in behind me.
What?
Positive
Mini fridge?
ID on the bounty target.
Yeah, it's coming in.
I mean, bro!
Wait, I didn't see. Go back.
Fucking shit I have ever seen! I will never do that! I was in the CDL! I shit on Simpin Abizi! And I will never do that! Oh my fucking god! Why am I playing him for $15,000, bro?
I don't know if you guys see that, but there's a clear difference in his tracking and his awareness. So my opinion hasn't changed. I felt Shifty was cheating before he was given the opportunity to clear his name, and I don't think him performing as he did clears his name at all. See, here's the thing. A lot of people don't understand the concept of cheats when you're superbly talented at Warzone. A lot of people, they just can't wrap their mind around the fact in doing so, they aren't trying for godlike gameplay and, never die. That would be totally obvious. Who wants that kind of attention when the objective is not to be found as a cheater? No, of course, everybody's just looking for that 5 to 10% extra, just enough to be a little bit better than the next guy. And yes, it's mainly motivated by financial incentives that come along with being just a little bit better than the next guy. I guarantee Shifty without cheats is a very talented Call of Duty player, no doubt about it. I mean, it's easy to spot an average, below average, or casual player using cheats. It's easy to catch a 2KD player using cheats. But the more naturally talented a player is, the harder it is going to be able to catch them cheating with the naked eye. Which brings us to the shit show that is now the infamous, now deleted, Full Squad gaming stream, in which they don't fully answer the question of if Shifty's gameplay absconds him from any further scrutiny, which by the way it shouldn't, as I'm pretty sure he's probably started playing legit again. Hell, I'd even assume he reformatted his PC just to be safe. Now, aside from the fact that polygraph tests aren't something that should be trusted as it measures a lot of variables, but none of the variables that it measures is truth. That's something that can't be measured, and this is why many states do not allow polygraph evidence to be admissible in a court of law, even if both parties agree to it. Then they began their dramatic reveal of the final, definitive, once and for all answer to, was ShiftyTv cheating when Blast called him out? And kidding, it was a joke. Then, of course, on the verge of announcing the results of the polygraph, when apparently Twitter blew up with news that the administrator of the test was, he was a well-known fraud. Now, something that you need to understand, a lot of people have alleged that Full Squad and, other pros want everybody to be convinced that Shifty is cheating so they can stop the rumors and the accusations that they protect each other. The one major reason that they call people like myself, a tinfoil hat wearer. But it's in my opinion that Full Squad Gaming and others involved wanted the results to say he wasn't cheating now, nor was he cheating previously. They wanted to be able to look at people like Bad Boy Beeman and myself and say, see, I told you, you tinfoil wearing bot. Pros don't cheat, you idiot. I truly and genuinely believe that this was their attempt to cancel people like me and Beeman. But god damn it, man, if we were to hear them results say he was clean, and then ourselves we get wind that they hired this fraudster and John Grogan, presumably the King of Gregoria. Let me know down in the comments if you know which movie I was just referencing. I'm sure the real ones will. And I think this is the reason that they pulled the plug on the stream, because they know we would use that to absolutely destroy the little bit of credibility that they have left with this community. Now, you may be asking yourself, Hapa, what leads you to believe that this actually may be the case? For me, it's simply because they gave him every opportunity to succeed. They even supplied him with a lifeline in the form of Scummin, who Shifty had a fake little squabble with towards the end, all staged, because, you know, immediately after Scummin ends up supporting Shifty's claims that, you know, the setups were somewhat inadequate. But what sold it for me, that this was a total simp fest for Shifty and a total circus that they just wanted to use as an excuse to say no professionals nor streamers are cheating, wasn't the fake metal detector wanding charade. I mean, come on, what are you guys doing? What do you think, he's hiding an aimbot in the lining of his Spider-Man underoos? No. For me, it was the fact that they were able to somehow, VPN, find themselves in lobbies versus a lot of negative KD players, sprinkled in with the few just above 1 KD players. With both of these guys being above a 3 KD, it seems a bit odd. They even had one game with not one single player above a 1.5 KD. Smelling kind of like a sushi factory around in here now, ain't it, Jakey boy? Now you gotta ask yourself, how many games does it take before the skill-based matchmaking algorithm feeds your ass to the wolves? Once you dropped a handful of kills, and for those that have displayed above average skill in their recent performance, because we know it's not skill-based matchmaking, it's recent performance-based matchmaking. The answer to that question? 2 to 3 games usually. How many games did Shifty and Scummin play? 5 games. Not counting the warm-up games, which there were a lot more than 5 of. They just didn't stream that part. I mean, guys, look, all you got to do is look at COD Tracker. That's all the proof you're ever going to need right there. And, you know, that's what nobody's talking about. Everybody involved in this should be viewed subjectively. As many more times than not, birds of a feather, they tend to flock together. And that is what nobody's talking about. And based off old Jakey Boy's analytics, he's got a revenue stream much larger than any YouTube channel he's ever been a part of. But I'm sure we're all glad that he can afford to protect the hand that feeds for a little while longer. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe with the notification bell enabled so YouTube never lets you forget another banger of an upload just like this, or, you know, when I go live. And with that, you've made it through another video. I've been a Hapa. Cool. In the wise words of American historian Heather Cox Richardson, who said, "The only way to stop gaslighting is to shine the light of reality onto a situation. That makes it imperative for the perpetrator to keep victims in the dark." Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.
What is you doing? Finna go hard. Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist. That for the squad. Know they gon' hate. Do what I tell them. Get on your jaw. Work on smooth. I got the moves. I swear.